everybody, and welcome back to Journey to the Farlands for yet another episode. A late one today, doing this one past midnight, like gremlins. But yeah, I'm back doing some more walking. I've been keeping up. It's been a hectic last week in getting back to school and everything. So yeah, I apologize if there's gonna be less. That since there's as a result of that, there'll probably be less commentary. I'll probably be doing more no commentary, and episodes will probably be later in the day or really early. And yeah, it'll probably be shorter until I'm gonna say February. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and be consistent though. But anyway, that's against the point. That's against the point. I finally realized that my Newcraft 2 or Newcraft episode 2 was not properly public. I had set it to public, but it never actually uploaded it. So I, I did that today. So it's probably not going to get very much viewership because it doesn't really appear in the uploads. You have to like scroll a bit for it. So that's fun, but that's okay. I'm not really after viewership. But speaking of viewership, holy mackerel. My no commentary episodes, the 5 that I've uploaded before this. Oh man, they've they've done pretty well. Not toot my own horn because I didn't do anything different, but each of them have been getting like 200 views consistent. So I don't know, the algorithm likes things, and I've noticed a lot more comments too. There's like daily comments now being made. Sometimes, of course, more than once per day, but it's pretty wild compared to how it's been for well over a year in the past. Like I don't think it's ever been like that consistently. Usually it's like one video does really well and then they all are kind of like meh. But that's something that's cool to take note of, I guess. I see you're also here, Cherry. Now look at me. Yep. What was my most popular video? Oh yeah, it was the episode of Oldcraft. That's right, practically famous. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll take whatever I get. I'm not here doing groundbreaking stuff. I'm not um, formulaic in how I make my videos. I don't like edit. I don't make super high quality and all that. Like this, like what people come to expect on YouTube nowadays is like the short and snappy and everything being, like, click of a button, like super easy to digest. I just kind of I stream whatever I'm doing at the time, and I don't really bother editing it most of the time. I think when I started before, I would edit out breaks and stuff, and now I just don't even bother with that. Although with like the viewership on the no commentary, I'm like, but I don't really care about editing, honestly. I still edit the Newcraft ones because they're kind of like they have odd pacing if I don't edit them for sure. Like there's a lot of parts where I'm just go silent or whatnot. I mean, I guess in any of my series that's true, but in case Newcraft ends up getting people watching it, if it gets more episodes later on, I want it to be at least a bit more watchable. Because Journey to the Farlands, of course, as a series, is not really intended to be a very watchable series. You definitely can, there's the 262 episodes, and then there's however many on top of that, 40 or 40, 50. I don't even remember how many episodes there are without like actual episode numbers. I think it's just over 300 and something videos in the playlist. But they're all there. I haven't removed any, of course. Pretty much anything I had filmed regarding Journey to the Farlands or streamed for the channel is in there. And recently I put, what was it? Old Journey to the Farlands or before Journey to the Farlands in there. Yeah, I know. Like I can binge watch like TFC's Journey to the Farlands, but that's because he did them in like half-hour episodes, like, and they're all commentary. And I can digest that a lot better than say what I'm doing here, which is like doing like at least an hour per episode because it's simply just because of pacing. Like to put it simply, like it'd be like Kurt J. Mac if I were to if I were to do 30-minute or comment, like if I were to do much shorter episodes. I mean, of course, you could watch them a lot easier, but also, I'm not getting to the Farlands anytime soon, kind of thing. And part of the series, I know it's definitely enjoying the journey. I mean, that's well over 99% of the series is going to be just walking. So of course, I'm gonna have to focus on that. But I figure if I want to get there at all, well, not, I guess it's not at all because even if I were slower, like even if I only uploaded like once or twice a week, 30 minutes, I would still do the series, but it would just be a lot longer. I want to reach them like soon, kind of thing. Maybe not incredibly soon, but yeah, it puts it into perspective though for me, of course, because I'm filming 2-hour long episodes regularly, and it's it's quite a bit. I haven't even gotten into the multi-hour episodes that I plan to do yet, so that'll also be a bit of an adjustment for sure. I get around to that. Yeah, it's not really the most bingeable series. Of course, not of course there's the length, but of course also there's just my commentary. Like I think it's okay, but when you're spreading out my commentary over hours per episode, usually it I kind of start to I don't burn so bright right the whole time. I'm not always making the most riveting conversation. I try to at least do something. Something's there when you're watching a commentary, but yeah. I mean, and I do prefer the way I do it now to, being completely radio silent or doing no commentary only. I just kind of like having a bit of personality in the series. It kind of makes it a bit more fun, at least for me, and maybe for people watching if they tune in every once in a while. That's kind of more the intention is just that just tune in whenever and check it out in on the progress. That's more how I view people watching it. Is less sitting and watching through an hour-long episode, and more just being like, oh yeah, how's Beam 4 doing? I go through, I go a little loony watching these for an hour, but all of them in one sitting, yeah. And of course, every second of the journey since 2022 or 2023. No, I know it was 2022. October 2022. That's like every second I've spent in this world has been streamed since then. Of course, there's like the 2 months before that, but like it's crazy. It's wild. I mean, that's 260 hours minimum because each episode is an hour, and I've done plenty of long episodes. I mean, when you cut off all the no commentary, I think it's about 100 episodes of commentary, and then you could even strip that back even further. This isn't really a series that you'd go from like episode 1 to episode 2 kind of thing. You can, but I got the before Journey of the Farlands 2 now back in, which is what I was talking about before. I added it back to the playlist because I accidentally automatically sorted the playlist, which kind of broke it, and I had to shuffle some stuff around for an episode. And I got that all fixed. All the episodes should be there and in line. I might go through it once more just because there's like 300 videos in that playlist. I don't think one time going through it like once is enough because I'm like, oh crap, I missed episode 170 or whatever. Like, yeah. Like my worst fear is like not moving the VOD over to YouTube and like a few weeks later going into the playlist and being like, oh, I'm missing 245. But I think I've got the process down pretty well. I guess I did upload yesterday's episode today. Well, I guess it's technically the next day, but This is the episode for the 13th, even if it wasn't streamed on the 13th. It's still kind of like the same day for me. That's kind of how I do it. I don't stream like episodes ahead of time, or I don't like stream like multiple episodes in one day. I haven't done that in a while. I might get around to it at some point, but if I do it, oh, that's a good idea. I should pre-record for my trip. I usually don't, but maybe I will, just to get a whole bunch of progress before I leave for my trip, and then I can just have the Journey of the Farlands roll out through while I'm on my trip, kind of thing. That's a good idea, because I'll have plenty of time to record after, if I'm not working that much. I get like a day or two off in that period when I'm not doing exams. I could definitely record or pre-record Journey. Although I'd have to do like all of my regular day episodes and then just have like placeholders for like pre-recording for this series is kind of weird, but yeah, I'm going on a trip at the end of the month. Well, not end of the month, in February. So it'll be like a week-long trip. So I won't be actually alive in that time, of course, because won't have a computer for that week. So I was just thinking about maybe pre-recording during that time. I don't know if I'd pre-record Newcraft. I mean, I might, if I manage to record a bunch of Newcraft, I might edit an episode or two, but I don't really foresee much of anything happening regarding that. Well, I'll be playing Newcraft. I just don't know if I'm going to be streaming it a whole heck of a ton. I do want to do another episode of it for sure, pretty soon, because I've got the base progress, and I want to do a netherite mining stream and do some chatting and do of course the Ender Dragon and everything, which is coming up shortly too. I know Brody's starting to get antsy about it, but we'll get on to the dragon battle in the Newcraft SMP, which it'll be a lot of fun. They're always nice. Kind of surprised we still do like the group Ender Dragon battles anymore. Well, I guess maybe he just wants to have like just one or two people along, but I haven't been on Newcraft in a bit. No, I haven't either. I've just been busy. I haven't been on since before I came back to school and whatnot. During the break, I played it a good deal, as I kind of hoped I would. But I'm kind of fine. I think I'm fine at this point, just taking things a little slow and just coming back to them when I have the time to, more or less. I think Journey of the Farlands, keeping that afloat is enough for me at this current point in time. Just because work's been pretty busy, especially this weekend. This weekend's like really busy with work. Like I'm working every day. So it's not really a weekend per se. It's more just more just kind of extra. School. Oh yeah, that too. What is up, Cherry? What's going on? Now you've captured my attention a little bit. Or enraptured by it, yeah. Well, maybe I'll go over to those sheep over there in the meantime. Been really cold, really cold down south. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gone cold real quick. Like it wasn't even that bad like a week or two ago, but like, oh my gosh, is it ever getting cold at night now? And just during the day, like generally during the day, it's been cold too. I think it's just that, like just the weather lately, just like even on a larger scale. 'Cause I know temperatures over, is it westbound? I think it was westward Canada. It's been really cold, like -40 something. Where I am, it's like in like of course like around -20 and whatnot. And then of course there's like a chill with like the wind. So it's been cold. Oh yeah, no school. Yeah, no school because yeah, you get like an inch of ice and everything just falls apart. I mean, I guess that's not to say that it's also true here because like you get like enough. If you get like ice, then buses start to get canceled and stuff. I don't take buses anymore, but I still go by bus rules. If the buses don't go, then I don't, kind of thing. Also means no power, essentially because of oh yeah, no, Texas infrastructure isn't built for cold weather. Of course, that 20 it was I think it was like the 2020 snow, like the snowstorm thing, snow, like all that snow, just proved that for like no power and no school potentially, I guess. Yeah, like you said. Oh, I see. I'm used to like snow and then ice as a result of the snow. 2021 snow apocalypse. We never get all that much ice. It's usually on like it kind of builds underneath the snow, of course, and on the roads. Like the roads get ice. Like you get like that black ice. That's dangerous for driving. That's usually why buses end up getting canceled, like the black ice and just general bad conditions, especially when there's been a lot of snowing. Like on like the snow front, it's been okay. Like there's snow on the ground. There's like a good sheet of snow now everywhere. It's definitely winter now. By really really cold, I mean it's currently -10 degrees Celsius. That's not even that far off from. Well, I guess with the wind chill, it's like all closer to -30 by me, but converted it for you. Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you said in Fahrenheit, I'd be like, what? No, I generally know Fahrenheit. Like I know like the general temperatures because house temperature is in Fahrenheit, and I know like from like science, I know what the freezing temperature in Fahrenheit is and all this. But I do appreciate the consideration for the culturally different, such as myself. Culture shock with the different systems of measurement. Oh, my foot's falling asleep. I'm sitting a little bit awkwardly. Guess my body just wants to go to sleep. I don't blame it. It was a long day at work today because I kind of work both inside and outside depending on what I need to do. So there was a good deal. It was mostly outside. There was a bunch of inside as well, but yeah, New Year's resolution is going strong. And I haven't made much work on well, I've been just trying to keep to my New Year's resolution, which is just to reach the Farlands. Well, that's not actually, but it could be if I do. I'm just like, it'd be nice. Be nice to do like, all I need to do is like 8 months worth of 3 to 5 hour episodes. It's fine. Daily. Oh, don't even... Anyway, let me see if I can find some more sheep. I'm almost full on wool. I'm kind of gonna keep that one track mind going here. Where does those sheep go? I find it funny that during like my long 10-hour streams, after enough time of playing the world, the mobs just stop spawning. I I haven't done it in like those streams in a while, but I remember when I did them, like when I would look for wool and stuff, I'd be like, oh yeah, no mobs have spawned for like the last hour or two. I just didn't notice. It's just hilarious to me how that just goes unnoticed for so long when the mobs just don't spawn anymore. I don't know what that's due to. I'm sure there's some logical code explanation in terms of like playtime and whatnot, and like constantly loading new chunks and having to generate new IDs. It could just be like the game just being like, I don't know anymore, but existential crisis on the game's part, I guess. So I'm not sure. Yeah, but there's just big an alarming lack of sheep. I don't know if that's happened in shorter episodes. I haven't quite gotten it down to a science yet, and like as to like what needs to happen for it to occur. But I just remember it happening in my marathon stream. I don't know if it happened in the other one because I did 2 marathons back to back. So it was like 22, almost a full day. Yeah, like you know, I did 2 days. It wasn't really planned for me to do like 10-hour streams next to each other, but I did. And that was the most I had ever streamed during the Farlands. I'm sure the ripple from those episodes is still affecting me now. No, it's not. It flattened out. There is such thing as like it's like everything averages out. It just lumps back into the average. It doesn't actually change things. Maybe in the short term. Like in like my progress, I'm still like there's still ripples from that time I walked a bunch. Did that I think I did a 4-hour episode before I came back from the break, and that's still rippling. But yeah, it's basically like if I walk a lot, then it ripples for a little bit. But if I'm consistent, then it's like it raises the average. It's kind of what I pick up on, considering how much there is in the journey, how much I have to go. A long way. It's a long way for sure. And for some reason now I've noticed that like my Z coordinate is always at least 3,000 blocks off from the main X. So I don't know. I don't know why I always seem to veer off into the is it even this way? No, into the I guess the X axis. I'm not sure because I guess I've mentioned it before, but back in the beginning of the series I kind of veered off in the X direction as well, or the trying to remember if it was the Z coordinate or the X coordinate I did at first. Well, I guess it's pretty easy to tell. You know, it probably was the Z coordinate. I was kind of going back and forth because I think it was mainly the X coordinate that I'm just trying to think it out in my head. I don't remember. I think I went west, or like old Minecraft west, which isn't the actual west according to the game because the sun's different or something. I don't remember exactly, but it's just technical stuff that changed. So yeah, I guess technically this direction isn't like the actual Minecraft version of the west because I think like the positive and negative is actually what is each way. But I don't remember if I did the pumpkin because I know the pumpkin is also another way of telling which direction is which. I don't think that was something I never captured on stream. Hidden memory unlocked. I think I swear I used the pumpkin. I don't remember if I actually did though. I don't quite remember that far back. That would have been like August. That would definitely not have been like September. That would have been like the first week or two of the actual walk. Oh, hello, free wool. Don't kill the sheep. I need their wool. Get it? No, I used to got the wool first. Survival of the fittest, I guess. But yeah, the stem. What I meant by the pumpkin thing was that the stem on a pumpkin always faces. Oh, what was it? I think it was like northwest or something. I don't remember the exact direction, so I could be wrong. But it always faces a certain way, much like sunflowers in like the more modern versions. There's certain directional blocks that like always point a certain way. So you can actually use that to determine a direction if you want to go a certain way without a compass. But the compass in Minecraft doesn't really actually do much of anything beyond just lead back to spawn. Like it doesn't have actual north, south, east, west in it. It'd be kind of neat if it did, but it's kind of impossible. Unless they had just had like a different like colored dot or something on each thing. But I don't know, that's kind of weird. I mean, it still could like rotate around, so it's not impossible, but I guess they just wanted to keep it simple and notch added it. It's like the north and south. I think like the gray bit below it is like the south arrow. Although it's not really because it doesn't actually face north or south. It just faces spawn. That's like the magnetic center of things. That's like where like all the field it leads back to is spawn, I guess. It's a bit of an odd layout of things for sure. But anyhow, I continue. Regardless. Up pumpkin, new craft, lovely stuff. Oh, maybe I'll get a drink here. I've been noticing I've also, since I've gotten my new, or I had my new water bottle, I've been a lot more hydrated. So I'm not sure if it's just because of like just anxiety or if it's actually like uh, phantom snow, or if it's like either like just general social stuff, or if it's just the new bottle, which makes it easier to drink. I'm not sure because with like my old water bottle, I have to like the straw, like the sippy cup thing, like it was just annoying. And like the straw was always digging at like the bottom, and it would like never fully like because it was always like against the bottom, so I couldn't really get like the best suction with it with like drinking water. So going into the science of my water bottles, but no, it was just annoying to drink out of, and this new one's nice. You just pop the top off, and I just drink like drinking a regular old plastic or like a water bottle, not like the I don't know how to say it, like the bottled water, I guess. Like drinking a bottle of water, like pretty easy. Um, okay. Gosh, I'm getting tired. Maybe I'll wrap things up in a bit here. I don't think I can. I think the tire. I don't think it's a late night delirium. I think it's more just I'm just physically just from work, and I also want to get a bit out of my day tomorrow before I have to go to work again. Let's see. Do I have cool to talk about? Jerry. Oh, that's good. I don't have to be in constant discussion. I mean, I only got half a day left. 5 minutes. From this one city in Texas, this one building just like exploded. Oh, that's nice. Out of nowhere. Well, I'm sure it wasn't absolutely out of nowhere, but that's certainly unexpected, I guess, for the most part. That's certainly something. You just hear about stuff like you hear about it a lot, like in the news, just about like grand like stuff like that just happening. I mean, most of the time it's just like fires or what. Like it's not like homes exploding, but like most of the time it's just like house fires or like just local crime. But when you get like a story like that, it's just like, oh, bit odd. I just just kind of happened. Oh wait, oh I need to grab some more brown mushrooms. That's all I have really. I was talking about stuff, but I'm just kind of, I don't think I can keep the commentary going. I think I'm in a different state of tiredness. I'm not. It's not like one of those where I can just keep on rambling on and on and on. Maybe it's more mental actually than a bit of both really. Texans just do stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. One thing that's really common, especially for this time of year, is car crashes. Oh my, do they happen? It's usually with like the highways and stuff with like truck drivers and stuff. Like usually you see like a truck flipped over on the highway. Usually it's like going out of town though, so I usually don't see it all that often. But that's something that happens a lot. Everyone's just kind of used to hearing about it in the news, and it's just a very yeah, like I said, it's very like a thing that happens so commonly. It's always like a highway closure, and like the highways in like of course in like Ontario and stuff, like if you're in like Manitoba or Saskatchewan, it's like more like well yeah, maybe even Manitoba, you get like the farm and the rolling or not the rolling hills but like the flatlands and all that, but like here it's like just all forest. It's like trees and more trees, and there's like barely any hilly terrain. There's definitely a little bit, like especially around where I am, there's a lot more hilly terrain and like alpine, not quite British Columbia or like the Rocky Mountains, but it's definitely just hit trees and trees endlessly. So like of course with like the highways, it's like a little bit spooky driving out on the highways, especially as it gets darker out because it's just like it's just endless trees and forest. Especially in the winter too. The winter is like there's always like something very I don't know. It's always like you can like hear the wind at night. It's just because like everything's so quiet. Like there's no birds. There's no like they've all migrated, and there's no not a lot of animals you hear or anything. You just kind of hear the coyotes or the wolves. Good old fashioned tornado. Yeah, take you away. That's how you get out. That's how you get out of America. Just we're not in Kansas anymore. Get swept over into Oz. I don't know much about tornadoes. I don't got much to say regarding them. They're kind of something that you only really hear. You only really hear about. Of course, I'm not in an area that has tornadoes typically, or at least to the degree that you would have them in like Texas, say, because you just get entirely different weather and stuff going on down in the south. Of course, like Florida and all those states get like they just get like the hurricane, or you get the hurricanes and all this, and it's just like, oh, what? Those are always a time, yeah, yeah. Like it's always like a pop culture view of tornadoes, like oh my god, like stuff getting lifted, and well, I mean that's kind of how tornadoes work, but yes, I get swept up by a tornado all the way to Canada, yeah. Yep, that makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. Oh gosh. Uh, I think the end of this song is a good enough point as any for me to wrap things up. In the snow biome of all places, endless trees and mountains. About I wouldn't even call it. Well, they're not really mountains, are they? But they're more hills. Some of them just more extreme. One, caves and cliffs. But uh, it's just the quiet. I'm isolated. I'm on my own in this world. There's nothing else here. There's just the mobs. It's good. I found my way out of here. Yeah, I guess you did because you're moving. I'll wander a little bit till I see the sun completely fall upon. Or I guess it's nighttime now. I'll go by bed, wrap things up. Oh, I don't even know what part of me isn't like sore right now. I have my hands. That's probably good enough time as any to wrap things up. Thank you, I guess, everybody, for tuning in. Whoever made it to this point or skipped this point, of course, I know you did, Cherry. So thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next one.